Hey, Man of Sorrows. For this one, we're playing pads and we've got some organ kind of elements in there too. So it's a two-way split. It's pads with organ up to here, and then it's the really verby organ that we hear in the first chorus. So the pads down here, you add the organ with the cutoff knob. Because of that, when you pull this perform up, the first thing you need to do is put the cutoff knob at 0. And again, if it's already at 0, move it a little bit and then put it back there, just so that when we first come in, we're just going to have the pads, and we will add the organs at specific spots in the song. So to start off, let me talk you through those so you can write them down in your notes. You're going to start with the cutoff knob at 0. You're not going to touch it until the end of verse 3 going into chorus 2. All of the verses end on an F for like 4 beats. So you hit that F, you've got plenty of time, and at that point you're going to raise the cutoff knob slowly to 12 or straight up. You're going to play chorus 2, and then when you get to the very last F of chorus 2, which also is holding for 4 beats, you get to fade the cutoff knob back to 0. Now we're into the bridge. The bridge repeats, and you've got the cutoff knob at 0 to start, and the second time you're going to increase it to like 9 o'clock, basically kind of straight over this way. Alrighty, that's a really quick move, and so we'll see if we can figure out a way to make it easier, but you've got all of 1 beat to move a hand over there, turn the knob, and get back. And then at the very end of it, going into chorus 3, same thing except you bump it up to 12. So a quarter turn each time, and again, that's only a beat. So now we're at the chorus after the bridge. You're playing it, and then during the last chord, which is 4 beats, pulling it back down to 0. Now we're into verse 4. See, the stone is rolled away. First half, you're going to leave it where it is. The second half, you're going to increase it. It would have been at 0. You're going to increase it to noon. And then as we get into chorus 4, the very last chorus, you're going to go all the way up with it. So those are your cutoff moves, and they are noted in the notes. So we're starting the song. We'll probably have the volume faded down, and you can fade it in actually before the band starts. So F3 and C4, you're droning those and bringing them in, and then the band's going to come in, and I will just play it for you. Back off on that so you can hear the track. I'm not sure we're actually playing here. Okay, I faded that in. You are just gonna hold this F3 and C4 all the way till the chorus with some very little motion. We're in verse 1 here. The only motion I'm going to do is I'm going to move my F up to a G on the C on the word betrayed, right here. And then back down. You don't even have to do that. We're just trying to keep this really simple for verse 1. For verse 2, we're going to add single note left hand with the changes. Still little or no motion with the right hand. So here I'm going to add my single notes. Left hand's going to continue doing what it's doing. Right hand's going to jump up to this range. Last note. We're going to hold this all the way until the start of the next verse. And then we're going to hit this. Same voicing. Full voice chords for this one. This is verse 3. We've got a cutoff knob move coming up. Here's that F. At the very end of this, I'm going to fade that cutoff knob back out. Just really light pats here. Halfway through is going to be one of those really fast cutoff knob moves I told you about. We're just going up to 9 o'clock. You can make your chords a little fuller after you do that. Playing into it a little more just to grow the energy. This is just going to be the first half. Bring this up to noon and grab the same thing down here. And full tilt. Tag, and then I just suggest hitting this open F5 here, and depending on what the appropriate way how you're going to end this as a band, you have a couple of options for fading. You can pull the cutoff down slowly to drop the organ, and you can fade the whole overall volume.